Okay, good afternoon, folks. What we're going to be doing in this particular tutorial is we're going to learn how to set up add a new product to our BigCommerce online store. But most importantly, what we're going to focus on is we're going to focus on creating a product that has some good features in there so that it's going to start ranking better for with search engines. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to log into our BigCommerce account. We're going to add a new product. All right. So when we come back in here, let's go ahead and name it. Let's say that we are making a UK windbreaker. I'm not promoting the University of Kentucky, but I am a UK fan. Live right in central Kentucky. And it's going to be a men's item. All right. Now we can say a UK windbreaker. We can say University of Kentucky windbreaker. Let's say University of Kentucky. All right. So once we have the product name in there, and the product name is very important, as we're going to see in just a minute. Now let's come down to the product description, and let's get a good product description in there. You want to make sure that your description is very descriptive, that the user is going to actually understand what that product is about, because you'll put a picture in there as well, but you want to make sure that you have some good information in there as well. Okay, let's say that that was my description. I realize it's not the best in the world, but what I want to point out to you is that it does include the phrase University of Kentucky windbreaker. If we're trying to, excuse me, if we're trying to optimize for the phrase University of Kentucky windbreaker, we want to make sure that we use this phrase over and over again. First of all, in our product name. Next, somewhere in our product description, so it shows up in the basic page copy. Next, we're going to come down. We're going to give it a price. Say it's $49.99, and what we want to do is we want to add a retail price of $49.99, and if you wanted to put it on sale, we would come in here and put a sale price. You'll see where that comes in handy here in just a minute. All right, we do need to put a weight. Let's say it's maybe 3 pounds. That's what the box would weigh, and let's give it free shipping. Next thing we want to do is we want to come to our other details section and scroll down into the search engine optimization fields. All right. The page title is very important. The page title is what the user is going to see when they actually do a Google search. First off, the page title shows up right here in your tabs, but then also when you do a search for anything, I did a search for website design Harrodsburg, Kentucky, and this is actually our site. The page title is going to show up right here. All right. You want to make sure to keep your page titles less than about 75 characters, because search engines will basically ignore anything after 75 characters of your page title. But notice how the page title is important, because that's what the user sees. It grabs their attention. It's actually what they click on as well. In addition to that, search engines expect to see the phrase that you're trying to optimize for within your page title. So if we come back into our control panel and let's put a University of Kentucky windbreaker. I'm going to put a pipe, and I'm just going to say UK apparel. Okay. So I'm also going to include the phrase UK apparel. So even though that's not my primary search term, if I have UK apparel in there, I might start ranking better for the phrase UK apparel. It's also very important that we put a good description in there. All right, so we've got our description in there. Notice that the description does include the phrase University of Kentucky windbreaker. And again, that's what we're trying to optimize for. More importantly, with your description, the description is there not so much because search engines will rank you higher, but if you have compelling descriptions, then when somebody reads that, they're more likely to choose to click on that link as opposed to any other link on the page, okay, when they actually do a search. I don't like to put click here. I just think that's kind of a heavy-handed approach to trying to get somebody to actually click. Now, your page description or your meta description needs to be less than about 149 characters if memory serves me correctly, because search engines will ignore anything past that. When it comes to meta keywords, this is something that a lot of people will just put in there, UK, comma, windbreaker, apparel, so forth and so on. Because in the old days of search engine optimization, all that you really had to do on any particular page was you put in keywords. And when you put those keywords in there, search engines read that, and that's how they knew what your page was like. That is outdated. That is so archaic. Search engines could really care less what's in the meta keywords field. My opinion on the reason why BigCommerce leaves it in here is basically because of the fact that it maybe makes somebody feel special, or I really have no clue. But I would just ignore that. Okay, let's go ahead and save the product and exit. I'm fine. I haven't put in all physical dimensions. No big deal. So we exit. And now when we come back to our men's apparel, what we will see is University of Kentucky windbreaker. When I click on that, what you're going to notice is that the name University of Kentucky Windbreaker is part of the link address now. So a search engine reads, this page is about a University of Kentucky Windbreaker. Also, they see it in the page title, University of Kentucky Windbreaker. They see it as a heading. And the product heading in BigCommerce, in this particular theme anyway, is an H1 tag. Search engines look for H1, H2, H3 tags, any heading tags, but specifically the larger ones. They look for those heading tags, and what's inside of a heading tag, search engines believe is a very good indicator of what the page is about. So we see it in an H1 tag, and we also see it in our product description. So a search engine is going to see the phrase University of Kentucky Windbreaker 1, 2, 3, 4 times on this page. In addition to that, we have a good meta description in there that people are going to read, which hopefully will entice them to actually come to that particular page. And when we come back to the men's category, we see a link here that is University of Kentucky Windbreaker. When you think about a web crawler coming to this particular page of my store, they see this link and they click on it. But they even know what this particular page is about. This page is about a University of Kentucky Windbreaker. So what we have given our web crawler friends at Google, Bing, and Yahoo, what we've given them is we have given them 5 different ways to actually read what this page is about, which is exactly what search engine optimization is about. It's trying to tell search engines what your page is about. Okay. The nice thing about BigCommerce or any kind of online store for that matter is the fact that you have the opportunity over and over again with each new page, with each new product, to optimize for different phrases. If we come back to my men's category, you'll see a University of Kentucky baseball cap. And that University of Kentucky baseball cap, again, is optimized for the phrase University of Kentucky baseball cap or UK baseball cap. I should probably clean that up and either decide on UK or University of Kentucky, because right now it's going back and forth. And I'm not sure if search engines will know that UK is University of Kentucky. Probably not. I should probably go ahead and fix that. Okay, so that is how you optimize each product within your BigCommerce online store to perform better on search engines.